Hi friends, are watching movie reviews with Raghuram. This is a small recap of Pushpa, the Rise, the first part of the Pushpa series. Friends, you need to watch Pushpa, the Rise to understand Pushpa, the Rule, the second part of the movie. Because the same story will continue in Pushpa, the Rule. The same characters from Pushpa, the Rise will continue, will be developed and will be continued in Pushpa, the Rule. The conflicts, the relationships between those characters, the drama, everything will be an extended portion in Pushpa, the Rule. Coming to the story of Pushpa, the Rise, friends. It is the story of Pushparaj, who is a laborer, and his journey from being just a laborer to becoming a sandalwood smuggler and then graduating to the level of becoming the leader of the red sandalwood smuggling syndicate. So this is the journey of Pushparaj. To start with, as I said, Pushparaj is a sandalwood smuggler. So he is a brave heart, very courageous. He ventures into the red sandalwood smuggling. There, luckily, he finds a friend in the form of Keshava. The role of Keshava has been played by Jagdish Pratap, who has given a good performance, and he also has a lengthy role. So wherever Pushpa is there, we can find Keshava along with Pushpa. So their friendship also develops on one particular angle. This is one thread, the friendship angle between Pushpa and Keshava. So he is one sweetheart in the movie in the life of Pushparaj, other than his mother and his lover Srivalli, played by Rashmika Mandana, who will later towards the end of the movie will become his wife. So that is about the friendship. In his journey, he gains lot of enemies. The first among them, friends, is DSP Govindappa. So he is a very strict cop who is behind Pushparaj to catch him red-handed while he is smuggling the red sandalwood. In the first venture, he fails when everybody wants to run away when the cops comes there, the team of cops, headed by Govindappa. Pushparaj tells, we have invested so much of courage and so much of work into this, why to run away? So hang on, I have a plan. So Pushparaj executes a plan. He ties the red sandalwood in small bundles, all those logs, and pulls them and raises them to the top of the trees so that they are invisible. By the time the police force comes with headed by Govindappa, DSP Govindappa, no sandalwood is seen there. So he feels insulted by these laborers who are also indirectly working for the sandalwood syndicate, that is smuggling syndicate. Being insulted, Govindappa walks away from there. So this DSP Govindappa keeps on coming into the life of Pushparaj, friends. After the first failure, the second time, he comes with a battalion, DSP Govindappa, and catches Pushparaj and his team in the act of smuggling. So this time also, Pushparaj, he runs away. So he drives away a big lorry which has been loaded with red sandalwood. He escapes the police chase and he goes and hides all those sandalwood. And this time also Govindappa fails, DSP Govindappa fails. Again, he is insulted by Pushparaj's tactics. But this time, Govindappa arrests Pushparaj. This arrest becomes a boon or blessing in disguise for Pushparaj, because the masterminds of the red sandalwood smuggling syndicate, the Reddy brothers, come to his rescue. In this context, friends, I would like to introduce you to the Reddy brothers, three Reddy brothers who play an important role in the movie. Number one, Konda Reddy, the eldest Reddy brother, played by Ajay Ghosh, and Jolly Reddy, played by our Dhananjaya, the versatile actor, and Jakka Reddy, played by Shanmukh. So once Pushparaj is arrested, Dali Dhananjaya and Shanmukh, that is Jolly Reddy and Jakka Reddy, reach the police station to bail Pushparaj out of the prison, because there is so much of sandalwood under Pushparaj's control. He has hidden it somewhere. They don't know where. It's obvious that they need to bail him out of the jail to get their hands on the red sandalwood, which costs crores of business. Taking this as an opportunity, Pushparaj makes a deal of cash of 5 lakh rupees in exchange of red sandalwood with the Reddy brothers. From this particular point, friends, Jolly Reddy starts hating. He hates Pushparaj to the core. And he doesn't like Pushparaj to be amongst his team. He is also against his brother Konda Reddy to keep Pushparaj an ordinary laborer. How dare he speak? How dare he shows his authority in everything? So he knows that he is a braveheart person, but he opposes him, and also he hates Pushparaj. So this is another thread among the Reddy brothers. It is Dali Dhananjaya's character, that is Jolly Reddy, and Pushparaj's character. There is a constant conflict and heat rising up right from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, and I expect that conflict to continue in the second part as well. So that is about the Jolly Reddy brothers. So they bail him out, so he comes out of the prison, he deals, he makes the big first cash along with Keshav, and everything is moving smoothly. As I said, Konda Reddy, Jolly Reddy, and Jakka Reddy, they report to Mangalam Seenu, who is like their boss, Sunil, and his wife is Anasuya Bharadwaj, who plays the role of Daksha, and also there is Raj Tirandasu, who plays the role of Mugilesu, so he is brother-in-law of Mangalam Sinu. And the third time DSP Govindappa makes a big attack, he plans a big attack on Pushpa Raj. Now Pushpa Raj is guarding the red sandalwood of Mangalam Sinu, that is Sunil, and he has to guard it at any cost. So the Reddy brothers, especially Konda Reddy, tells you need to guard because it is Mangalam Sinu, so he is going to kill us, man. How does he plan to hide those sandalwood? Everything is on the exposed. So they push entire sandalwood into the flowing river, and how they get it back. So that is a big thread. So which like 10-15 minutes episode, there is a police attack. They search for sandalwood. Not even a single piece of sandalwood is found. And again, DSP Govindappa for the third time he is insulted and let down by Pushpa Raj. But this particular incident puts Pushpa Raj into the eyes of Mangalam Sinu. Mangalam Sinu has already met Pushpa Raj, but this time he tells, wow, this fellow has a different metal. Due to that particular success of getting back the sandalwood, he throws a party. So there is a dance number in that particular party. Pushpa Raj finds out that Mangalam Sinu is going against the rules of the syndicate. So whatever sandalwood the Reddy brothers is selling to Mangalam Sinu, he is selling at 4 times cost. Like they sell it for 25 lakhs, he is selling for a crore. So here Pushpa Raj warns Konda Reddy that this is not fair because he is making 4 times the money, all hard work we are doing, and that fellow is making big money. And also this creates a small temptation in the mind of Konda Reddy, but he cannot take on Mangalam Sinu because he knows Mangalam Sinu is the leader of the syndicate, and he is immediately below the minister, MP, the role which is played by Rao Ramesh. So Konda Reddy cannot directly take on Mangalam Sinu. But here Pushpa Raj announces his independence. He makes a deal with some sandalwood smuggler in Chennai, and he goes ahead to make big money. This really irritates Mangalam Sinu. And towards the interval, there is a big conflict scene between Mangalam Sinu and his brother-in-law, his wife, and Pushpa Raj with a big action sequences, and Pushpa Raj announcing, "Taggedale, so I am a monster of this business. I'm going to make money. Nobody dares come in my way." He gives a warn, a threat to their family, and walks away. So here he has created yet another enemy in the form of Mangalam Sinu, his wife. Always he doesn't get a single enemy, friends, in the movie. He gets a package of enemies. So here Mangalam Sinu, his wife, and his brother-in-law, he makes enemies of them. On the other side, Pushpa Raj is born out of the wedlock, and he is being insulted by his half-brothers played by Sritej and Ajay. They play his half-brothers, and that particular thread is also going. And the sweetest part of the movie is Pushpa Raj's love chemistry with Srivalli, that is Rashmika Mandana. She also has given a wonderful performance. Both those chemistry, the love story is developing parallelly. And there is a thorn in the flesh here. Dolly Dhananjaya also has set his eye on Rashmika Mandana. So he insults her, he abuses her, he calls her to come to his home. He wants to sexually exploit her. She reports this to Pushpa Raj, and Pushpa Raj now comes and rescues Rashmika Mandana. Not only bang, he breaks as many bones as possible of Dolly Dhananjaya, that is Jolly Reddy. Jolly Reddy pledges that I'm going to take revenge on you. I'm not going to report this to my brother. But his elder brother Konda Reddy somehow comes to know that it is Pushpa Raj who has beaten his brother. So now Konda Reddy takes a pledge that I'm going to take revenge on Pushpa Raj. So with his gang, he takes Pushpa Raj in deception to a jungle, and they cover his face with a cloth, and there is a big action sequence which follows, friends. That is one of the best part of the movie, and there they want to finish off Pushpa Raj's story. At that particular time, Mangalam Sinu's brother-in-law, like a blessing in disguise, he comes with a different intent with a small gang, and in the shootout, Konda Reddy is dead. Konda Reddy, the elder Reddy, is dead. And after the action sequence, Pushpa Raj grabs hold of Mangalam Sinu's brother-in-law, and he kills him. This creates a biggest rift and fire, the biggest conflict between him and Mangalam Sinu. MP Bhumi Reddy, or Rao Ramesh, interferes here. He calls a meeting to settle down the disputes between Pushpa Raj and also Mangalam Sinu. Here, the MP learns that it was Mangalam Sinu who was deceiving them, who was a traitor, who was cheating them, breaking the rules of the smuggling syndicate and selling the sandalwood for higher price without the notice of everybody. He feels cheated, and he nominates Pushpa Raj as the leader of the smuggling syndicate. This is the rise of the Pushpa Raj. So to that particular level, to become the leader of the smuggling syndicate, he makes a big house, and he takes his mother, so his love interest, everybody into that home, and he becomes a big name in the smuggling industry. Now, everything seems to be settled here. And there is yet another thread where Anasuya Bharadwaj, who is the wife of Sunil, that is Mangalam Sinu, she also wants a revenge. She is very frustrated that her husband has not taken any revenge on Pushpa Raj. So she slits his throat. Okay, Mangalam Sinu is not dead. So she slits his throat with the blade. So they also pledge revenge on Pushpa Raj. And finally, when everything seems to be settled, there is a twist in a tale in the last 25 minutes with the arrival of Fahad Fasil. What a fantastic, intimidating cops avatar they have given to Fahad Fasil, and he has nailed it. Bhavar Singh Shekhawat. He comes as a thorn in the flesh for Pushparaj. So there is a police station scene where Pushparaj goes to bribe the police officer, thinking that he is a great person. He himself is a great person, and Bawar Singh Shekhawat feels insulted. There is a conflict. There is a particular scene which is created, and Bawar Singh Shekhawat insults the birth of Pushparaj, that you are an illegitimate child. Now Pushparaj feels insulted. He goes back, and from there he keeps on taking all the instructions from Bawar Singh Shekhawat to see that, to show the cop that he is in the good books of the cop. On the day of his marriage, Pushparaj takes a courageous decision. He takes Bawar Singh Shekhawat to an isolated place in the jungle. They share the alcohol between them, so they exchange pleasantries. Suddenly this scene heats up. Pushparaj recollects everything, whatever Bawar Singh Shekhawat had done to insult him, his mother, his lineage, his family, everything. Here is when Fahad Fashil is put into ultimate shock. Ultimately, Pushparaj leaves Bawar Singh Shekhawat nude in the midst of the jungle, and he goes back and marries Rashmika Mandana. So at the climax of the movie, on one side, Pushparaj is marrying Shrivali. On another side, Bawar Singh Shekhawat, Fahad Fashil, his anger, his frustration has gone to the volcanic level. He comes back. His own dog doesn't identify him. He shoots the dog. He sits and pledges that I am going to destroy Pushparaj. On one side, marriage of Pushparaj. On another side, the cop, Bawar Singh Shekhawat, pledging I am going to destroy Pushparaj. It is at that particular point where the movie finishes. Well, friends, that is a small recap of Pushpa, The Rise. The story you need to know, the characters you need to know before watching Pushpa, The Role. Well, thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in the next video with another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.